What's going on YouTube? Hidden Back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we'll be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Monero to Bitcoin, switching things up a little bit. As always, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications. We are doing a giveaway at 5,000 subscribers, which is right around the corner. And I will be making a video soon regarding how to win the Crypto TV merch. Otherwise, we're going to jump into today's episode, obviously doing some technical analysis and looking at the crazy dip in the price. I know that to some may be sudden, and I know I made a video yesterday saying that I am bullish on the market right now. So even though we have seen a small dip in the price, I still am bullish on it, and I want to show you guys why we actually hit that dip. I know a lot of you guys were like, whoa, that was out of the blue, that came from nowhere. Like, were we expecting that? Well, there was some risk when we were moving so quickly and we were hitting some pretty strong resistances. And I want to show you on these 4 coins today where and why we were experiencing this downtrend, this pull in the volume, this drop in volume. So obviously, to start today's episode, we're on the coin market cap, and you guys can see yesterday we're at a $240+ billion market cap. We're currently sitting at 219 bill. 24-hour volume is 16.9, so much higher than yesterday. That may be due to a lot of people pulling out on exchanges, selling off on exchanges. That's why we're seeing that increase. Now, another interesting thing to notice is Bitcoin dominance is 54.8%. which is pretty high. I haven't seen that level in quite some time, if you ask me. So experiencing 54.8%, what that tells me is a lot of altcoins are being affected rather than Bitcoin. More money is leaving altcoins than Bitcoin, and we're going to see that in a second. So scrolling down right now, I want to show you guys these top 10 cryptos. Obviously, you can see market is down double digits. Freaking wild. I'm seeing 12, 17, 19, 14, 14, 10, 9, 9, 10, 14, 14, 15, 15, 14, 11. A lot of coins are down, 17, 15. But what I want to show you is the top 10 coins right now. So Bitcoin seems to be down the least. It's the least affected, only down 5%, so really not taking a big hit. Unfortunately, we are below $7,000, which is a huge mental barrier for a lot of people. So we're going to be talking about that, looking at that price in a second. Ethereum is down 13% at 246, still having trouble breaking that $300 barrier. XRP down 10%. We have Litecoin down almost 11%, back to $60. A pretty big spike in volume, though. We're now at 400 million, so I believe that's almost like 100 million more than where we were previously. So a lot of volume is being pushed out of these coins. Could it be moving into Bitcoin? Possible. But we're definitely going to check this out in a second. Monero down 10% at 122. But let's just jump into some technical analysis so far. So I'm going to start off with why the sudden dip in Litecoin. Now, I want to show you guys this technical analysis, and I'm not even going to really discuss, well, I am going to get into it, but hopefully for even beginners, you should be able to tell why we pulled back. So I have Litecoin up right here. Obviously, you guys know everything is followed by Bitcoin for the most part. If Bitcoin takes a hit, the rest of the market is going to take a hit. But I want to show you guys Litecoin first and then show you Bitcoin and why we fell. But first off, you can see with Litecoin, there was a double top here that was made, which is why we see that correction back downwards. You can see we had one retest at 70 and then another retest at 70, really struggling to get above, or 69, whatever you want to call that price level, 68, 69. So you can see the double top right here, which is why we're retracing back down. Unfortunately, we did have an uptrend that we were trying to, hold support at, and we did for a little bit, and then we broke bearish from that. So that was unfortunate, but I'd like to still show you guys something. You guys can see the high-low middle moving average is moving into play right now, acting as another support. But we broke bearish from that too. Now, if you notice on the 4-hour, we pretty much dropped from being overbought or very near overbought to now being very near oversold, which is good. It gives me a lot of hope that or not even hope, a lot of support in my mind that we should continue back up. I do think we're going to head right back up to that high-low MMA very, very, very soon. It'll be interesting to see how it reacts to this now resistance line right here. If we can get above that, truly, I do think so. You can see the price is already correcting back up. Currently at $60, it fell all the way to 59, and we're currently moving back up to 60. And then I probably think we're going to hit like 62, 80, $63, and then continue to move up. And now we have plenty of room to, now that we have pretty much dropped off on the relative strength index. Zooming back out now to the daily, one thing to note, and you can see how prominent it is right here, that resistance at the top, we fell back down. You can see that the daily candle has not yet closed. Now that's something to think about. I'd like to see us retrace back up above support, and I do think we will. I think this is just a huge dip. Currently back down to 45 on the relative strength index, so plenty of potential to move back up, and I do think we will. And the candle has not closed yet. So we'll see. I'm not sure how much longer the candle has. I believe till the end of tonight. So we have like 6 hours, 7 hours till we close the candle. But I do think we should retrace back up, or that would be a very nice move to retrace back up and use this as support. Now, to me, it's very interesting because this has been a very prominent support level, and the fact that we were just very far away from support, we didn't really have anything to keep the price up there. You know what I mean? I knew we were going to retest 69. I didn't think we would break through due to the fact that we were so far away from support. Obviously, I would have liked 70 to be broken, but we were very far away from support here. So I'm truly anticipating a retracement back up above the yellow support band, and then use it as support to regain and then retest that $70 level, not just, you know, stray away from it with no support at all and then try to break through, which we did accomplish, but it wasn't held strong. So that's something I'd like to see happen. I do think a retracement is definitely should be prominent within the next couple of hours. But moving on to Bitcoin. So I'm on the 4-hour right now, and something to take note of is there's also this trend line back up. You can see where 73, I'd say $7,400 is a pretty prominent resistance right here. You guys can see how beautiful we were retracing back up. You can see this ascending triangle, and like I say, a lot of times ascending triangles have trouble keeping their momentum, and you can see we broke bearish from that and fell to support. So, you know, the farther we stray away from the high-low MMA, whether it's, you know, bearish and we're below it, or we're bullish and above it, we always go back down to retest it or use it as support. So the fact that we retraced back down on the 4-hour to support is nothing, you know, that I was worried about or wasn't expecting. You know, if we break the red band and fell even lower, I'd be shocked if we did that. But the fact that we've retraced back down to the red band, using it as support now because we haven't been there in quite some time, we should hopefully bounce back off there and move back up to some nicer highs. Moving on to the daily for Bitcoin, this is another thing to notice too. So this is why we fell, guys. This is pretty prominent as to why. You can see the uptrend right here, a very non-stable uptrend if you ask me. But you can see how we did break through the green band with flying colors shot right up, and we kind of got trapped in between this channel right here of the green and red band, and you can see how we were trying to break. And like I say all the time, when we're in between here, it's very difficult to break above the support and the resistance or the high-low middle moving average. But if we do, and if we did accomplish to break here, it would be a very, very, very strong support. Unfortunately, we tried to battle it. We went up very quickly to try, and we broke bearish from that, and that's why we fell. Obviously, moving quite low. I'm shocked that we fell this low, but that's usually what happens after trying to break through such a critical resistance. And you can see we pulled all the way back down to like 6,800, currently at 69, trying to battle to get above 7,000. But we'll see how this candle closes as well. It'd be very nice to see this also retrace back up and start using that green band as support. So basically a movement like so, I'll draw it out for you guys, back up to here, and then kind of going on this level would be prominent, and that's what I'd like to see happen. So definitely a retracement in both Litecoin and Bitcoin is anticipated, in my opinion. Not much movement on the on the relative strength index, back to 50, very neutral right now. We were almost overextended, almost at that overbought level, but things do seem to be kind of balancing out right now. Lastly, Ethereum. Actually, we'll talk about Monero in a second, but lastly, Ethereum, you can see for the blue chips, what problems it was facing. You can see the issue with Ethereum is the fact that it's been basically challenging its high-low MMA on the 4-hour for an extremely long time, and just the amount, I guess, of downwards pressure just forced this to drop down. It couldn't maintain it. You know, we needed it. This was not going to continue to trade sideways for this long. I was anticipating either a movement up or down, and obviously we see a break to the downside, which, you know, is unfortunate, but it's no biggie. But I do think we should retrace back up to at least 250. You could see how extremely oversold we are on the relative strength index. So I do think a movement back up is prominent, and I do think we'll get above 270 very, very, very soon. Lastly, Monero, you can see, again, not much explanation is needed here. I don't even need to really draw lines, but you guys can see that a movement we shot up following the price of Litecoin and Bitcoin, retested the top of the red band on its high-low MMA for the daily, did not have enough support, and it's pulling back down. You know, nothing out of the blue, nothing that's not ordinary, but you can see that's what happens if we don't have enough support moving up and we just shoot up. We don't have enough support to break an extremely strong resistance. Obviously, if we did break through, it would be a critical support level and it would be a huge support. Unfortunately, it couldn't do that, so that's why we're seeing that pull back down. But I do think things will turn around and consolidate now, and I do think prices will move right back up very soon. Obviously, just trading straight up like that isn't sustainable, so small pullbacks as we continue to move up, you know, is necessary. But otherwise, that's going to sum up the video for today, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, giveaway at 5K, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.